So the YouTuber known as Combat Craig has passed away. Man, you never know when it's your time. This is why I teach, I believe, to live your life, enjoy your life. I also believe that we are not exempt from our choices in this life. I don't believe that you can just live how you want to and then it's all sunshine and rainbows on the other side. I don't believe that. But you believe what you believe. The thing is, you never know what type of impact you have on somebody's life just by putting the information out there. Now, of course, we have the YouTube channel that y'all are watching right now. We're striving to get it monetized and, of course, make money off of it and use that money for other investments, and hopefully we can build it to the point where our VA money that we have coming in every month, as I mentioned to y'all before, you can go check out my other videos where I talk about that, and maybe I'll talk about it in other videos. We don't want to touch that. We want to just have that coming in and put it in our investment account, put it in a high yield savings account, spread it out where we want to spread it out, along with, some other investments and some other assets and stuff like that we have in different places. That is our goal with YouTube. But another one of our goals with YouTube is to be able to share our story, to be able to share our experiences, to be able to share knowledge, wisdom, understanding, maybe make you mad, maybe make you laugh, or even motivate you. When somebody doesn't agree with me, or they just don't like me for whatever reason, or they don't like the video, I'm not mad. Because if you feel like you can do a better job, then go do a better job. I want you to feel like you can do better than me. Why? Because it beats sitting on your ass. It beats sitting on your ass being a keyboard warrior, not accomplishing nothing in life, and then looking back on your life and looking back at what other people are doing and then hating on them. Because that's what it boils down to. When you aren't living life, when you're not doing nothing, when you feel like you have no opportunities, then you take shots at other people. I'm not saying that people don't hate on people, which I believe that term is overused. They don't hate on people when they have something and somebody else has something, or they want what they want. I'm not saying that. Meaning that they've done something in life. Two people that have done something in life. That's not the case most of the time. Most of the time it deals with people who have low self-esteem. Most Americans have low self-esteem, and they're not doing nothing in life. They have not done anything in life, and they most likely will never do anything in life. And so they make themselves feel better at somebody else's downfall because they've worked to get to this point, and now here they come. Now, I will admit, I do believe that pride comes before the fall of a man or a woman. If you're prideful and you're not a good steward of what you've been given as the king or queen that you are, then rightfully so, pride comes, and then what you have is taken away. So how did Combat Craig impact our lives? Well, he impacted our lives just by sharing the information. We never met him. We've never talked to him. My wife and I, we watch his videos. But he is the one that mentioned Helen Ponton. Now, for those who don't know, who is Helen Ponton? Helen Ponton is they're a major player in the VA world when it comes to representing veterans to make sure that veterans get their benefits, their ratings and stuff like that. And when he mentioned Helen Ponton, my wife and I, we did our research. We reached out to him. We scheduled a consultation. The consultation was set up. We went through the process. They took our case, went through the process, and ended up getting to the point of 100% VA rating, P&T, permanent and total, with TDIU. For those who don't know, you want that P&T over, you want the 100% P&T over just 100% rating. And so here we are. Here we are because Combat Craig got on there and made the video. I'm not saying that if it was somebody else, we wouldn't have gotten the information, but I'm going to give credit where credit is due. It was him. It was his videos that we watched, and he mentioned Healing Pond at the particular point in time, and the rest is history. So, just thinking, y'all. Just thinking on life, man. Like, y'all do realize that we are here today and gone tomorrow. I'm 40, I'm 42, I think. 42. And I remember when I was in my 20s. And now I'm 40 something. Before you know it, I'll be dead and gone. I could be dead and gone today. It could be you that's dead and gone today. You could be young watching this video thinking that you have the whole world in front of you, and you're dead and gone. Life is going to keep on moving on. The world is going to keep on going on. Just like the world keep on going on, even with you in it. Let you lose your job. That same company that fired you, they're going to keep on going on. Let you be behind on bills. The companies that you pay the bills to, the money to, they're going to keep on going on. So that's why you have to look at your life and see where you're at and see what you want to do with it. Or if you believe it, see what God and where God wants you to go with your life. For me, I allow God, because I believe that God is my Father, to help guide me in the decisions of my life. But it comes a point in time where a father takes his hand off of a child in the sense of start making decisions as a grown man or a grown woman. This notion that God doesn't allow us to make decisions on our own is straight up foolishness. But again, that's just what I believe. What you believe is what you believe. The universe, that's on you, man. So you need to reflect in your life and see what you want to do with your life, where you want to go with your life, how you're going to get there. Come up with a plan, come up with a process, come up with a procedure, and put it in action. It's not going to be pretty all the time. It's not going to be glorious. It's going to be ugly. You're going to be tired. Especially with YouTube, man. Like, people think they're going to get on YouTube and just blow up overnight, which is a possibility, but that's not most of the case. And you give up. You don't have to do anything fancy. You can get your phone. You can get the fancy equipment if you want to, and just tell your story. That's what Combat Craig did. He told his story to help others so they can tell their story, so they can get their benefits that due to them and live the life that they are rightfully due because of the service that they serve and whatever happened to them, or whatever happened to us when we was in the military. PTSD, people have seen people get blown up, their best friends, exposed to these different chemicals and stuff like that, and the government knows it. Do we want to talk about that? And so that's what he did. He got on there, he told his story the way he needed to tell it, according to him being Combat Craig. And I encourage you to do the same thing. I encourage you to get on here if you're going to be on here and tell your story. If you're not going to be on YouTube, get in life. Get in life and tell your story by living your story. Stop trying to live other people's story. That's why I made that video in reference to CJ on 32s. I'm not trying to live his story. I will learn from his story just like I learn from anybody's story, black or what we call white. But I'm going to live my story. I don't want to live CJ's story. I don't want to live in his life. I want to live my life and read his story just like we can go to the library and go online. You can pick up a book and you can read anybody's story. But how is somebody going to read your story if you never put your story out there? How is somebody going to read your story if you never tell your story? Because they don't know about you. How are they going to know about your story if you don't even live your story? Because you're not living. Because you're too afraid. You're too afraid of failure. You're too afraid what your friends are going to say. You're too afraid what your family is going to say. You're too afraid of what people are going to say on social media. I don't care. I get in the comment section and I say something smart right back. I mean, come on now. You have to have thick skin, not only for YouTube, but you have to have thick skin for life in general. And the reality is most people don't have what it takes to even live life because they're afraid to live life because of XYZ circumstances. And I don't want that for you. I want you to have the same confidence, if not more, that I myself have and others that you watch, that you enjoy watching, and you see the confidence that they have. Excuse me. That's what I want for you, and this is why I make these videos. This is why I make these videos. Because like I told you before, I don't have to do this. I tell you what, when I just checked the Navy Federal account, because Monday is holiday, was it Labor Day? Guess what it said? VA direct deposit from the government on Friday. All my veterans, you already know. Oh, we getting paid on the weekend this time. We getting checks dropped on Friday. So I don't have to do this, y'all. I like it. I love it. Of course, we're doing it to get monetized, to do other things. But I wanna get on here and tell my story to inspire you to not live my story, but live your story, live your life. And with that, I'm out. Y'all stay blessed.